y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and do a products I've changed my mind about, either negatively or positively, since I started my YouTube channel. If I've spoken about it and I've changed my mind about it, I'm going to put it out here. And one that I made an error on, and I'm going to clear the error with a mistake that I made in past videos. Before I get started, I'm doing this in collaboration with two amazing women, and one of those is Dawn's Life Over 40. Last time I put one out, it was a collab with Dawn. It just kind of worked out that way, but we do really enjoy each other. She's an amazing person and her channel's amazing. Skincare, makeup, a lot of natural products. She will bless you. She's blessed me. And so head over to her channel and check her out if you have not already. And then Penn, I cannot remember how I came across her. I think somebody else linked her and mentioned her, and I went to her channel and just immediately love at first sight. Y'all, she's a very knowledgeable esthetician, like a high-level esthetician. If I lived where she lives, she'd be doing my laser. So she'll do videos on procedures, but she'll also do videos on great skincare that she knows about because she's in the industry. She'll do videos on makeup. She's just well-rounded. So both of these ladies, I just love them. So y'all go visit them because you will immediately fall in love too. I'm just going to jump right into this, and I'm going to start with the products that I don't have in my possession. In my first few months here, I loved the Colorscience Powder. I'll put a picture right here. You open the end, it's got a brush. When you put it on, the powder dispenses through the brush. I love the idea of a powder that you can touch up with during the day. I can't tell you how many times I was in the car, the sun's just beating through my windows and I'm putting powder on. Well, last summer, I was sitting in a hotel room trying to put on, I remember where I was sitting on the side of the bed trying to put that on, and I was like, that brush smells bad. My brush, now this is gonna gross y'all out, but it smelled rancid. Well, yeah, I was putting it on my face. You know, you're in the middle of the day, so you're not cleaning your face, so you know, you're putting it on. Now this might have just been a defective one, because after I smelled it, I unscrewed it and looked down in there, none of my powder was gone, y'all. I was like, have I even been using any of this product? I've had it for months and none of it's gone. So I changed my mind about the Colorscience. I would not repurchase that. I think that I thought I was putting product on for months and not getting anything out. Now I think they do have other ways you can get it, maybe in a compact or a loose powder. I believe I would use that, and I do need to repurchase something, but I would not get that one that I had. It was expensive. I want to say $60. Yeah, it was a lot. So wasn't real happy about that one. Okay, then the Laura Mercier Translucent. Back through my old videos, I loved it. Even got me off my drugstore powders. I, invested in that several times. Then during my use-ups, I started using my Cotillard Spun, a Chanel. Well, then when I went back to my Laura Mercier, I just didn't like it anymore. I don't know. I don't know if I found better powders or if I had just thought I liked it. I don't know. I think I can do just as good at the drugstore. There's just several I like better. And I honestly would rather spend the $10, I think I've said this before, would rather spend $10 more and have the Chanel than the Laura Mercier. Maybe it's not blurring enough. I need a lot of blurring, y'all. The next one, the Lexi Cup. This was in my fails last month. Then one of my friends, Misty, told me, I use those Lexi cups, but I don't travel with them. I just set them out. So I got this out and just set it here. Y'all, this is a perfect size just to sit on a vanity or a desk because they're kind of narrow. So I got these out and they're sitting on my desk, and I love these as just a cup holder. Not to travel with because they are not roomy enough for all my brushes, my big fat brushes. They kind of mash them. So I've got both of my Lexi cups, and I just leave my brushes sitting in them. Okay, my next one is the Milk Holographic Stick. This was an accident from the start, y'all. This is a highlighter for your body. I have said this was nice in the past, and it is. But I would never repurchase this. I don't even know that this is really a change of heart, but I did think it was nice for the shoulders. That's a little, oh yeah, that is nice. I think this was like $25 or $35, and I think that I could get this same look with just a highlighter that could be for the face or the body. So that's not a huge change of heart, but I've talked about this in other videos, so I don't know why you would have to sell this just for the body when one for the face would work just as good on the shoulders. That just seems like needless spending to me. Okay, my next one is the Visi Art Warm Mattes. I had gotten rid of this in a clean out. I was like, I don't use it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I gave it to my daughter. She didn't get it out of the house fast enough. I saw it one day and I picked it up and used it, and I use this like 4 or 5 times a week now. During the day, if I want to touch up my eyeshadow, many times, that's what I pick up. I love my Visi Art Warm Matte. Okay, my next one. 2 MAC brushes. I had said in the past, these were, I liked them, but they really weren't worth the money. Well, since then, I have fallen deeply in love with these. This is the fan brush, the 140, the 140S. I tell you what I love this for. Under here, if I have fallout and I've put powder here and then I've got my fallout, this is the perfect density and shape to go right under here because it's a tiny bit firm and it just knocks that fallout right off. I love this brush for that. And that's pretty much all I use this for. I don't know that I would invest in a $45 brush just to, do cleanup down here. I'm sure there are other things that are just as good, but I love this brush. Another one I discovered on a video. It was my high-end Christmas look, and I had to use a high-end powder brush. Well, my favorite powder brush has always been the Real Techniques powder brush, or recently. I love this brush. Well, I was trying to use high-end, so I pulled this one out. And I was like, I've never used that. I don't like that brush. I don't like it for powder. I don't like it for blush. This is the 135. And I fell in love with it in that video. I use this pretty daily now, y'all. I like it better than my Real Techniques now, which I hate. I like to like the drugstore better. This is a great brush because it's nice and narrow. The firmness is great on it. Now I'm going to have to blend. This is probably my favorite powder brush, which again, I hate that. I like to like the drugstore better, y'all. My next one, I was just talking about the Henrickson Truth Serum. I was sorry I invested in this. It's not as strong as my Timeless, doesn't feel as active. I know a ton of people love this. And so I quit using this and got on my Timeless Vitamin C. I'm still on the Timeless, and I love my Timeless with my niacinamide. I tell you what I love this for. I love it. After I do my Timeless Vitamin C, do my niacinamide, now that it's wintertime and I'm a little drier, I put this on top of both of those. It's a little bit of extra vitamin C. I don't know what the percentage is. I think this has collagen in it. It's got tons of good stuff that I can't really name. All I'm looking for is a little extra nourishing right there. Don't have to put a heavy moisturizer on because I get oily through the day or shiny. This is perfect. Don't know that I would spend what I spent on this to have that. There are probably less expensive things that I could have for the nourishing and the moisture substitute, but this is so nice for that. Okay, the next one is the Nars Liquid Blushes. I don't hate these. I actually really like these. These have been in several favorites. I've got the Orgasm and the Torrid. The Torrid's a little orange for me. We'll use this. However, I can't call them favorites anymore because I don't use them. If something is going to take some extra time and I'm used to a powder, this is not what I'm going to reach for. It's going to get used up in a use up. At least the Orgasm is. But it's just extra time. I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, if it's going to take extra time, I got other stuff. I like picking up a powder, running my brush through it, slapping it on and getting out. So I don't know that I'd repurchase these. I'll let y'all know as I go along. Again, I don't hate them. They're beautiful when I put them on. The Orgasm is beautiful. It leaves a little bit of a sheen. It's beautiful, but I just do not pick these up. Okay, the next one is the Grandiose Extreme. Picked this up a couple of weeks ago because I'd loved it in the past. And I was all into, my Lancome stuff. I don't like this anymore. I'm pretty passionate about my mascaras. The Hot and Naughty, I love this. I love the Sephora Lash Craft, the Ad Nauseum. I talk about this all the time, the Essence with the purple lid. And I thought, well, that Lancome, I loved that. I did not. I didn't like the way it went on. I had to work harder at it. It wore fine through the day, but this used to be at my very, very top, and it's just not. I don't even think I'm going to finish it. I may return it if I can find the receipt. I did not enjoy that, and I used to just love it. It's just crazy how your tastes change. Okay, the Urban Decay liners. I'm really including these because I've always loved them, but I gave some misinformation in my early videos. I had said over and over, I loved the Urban Decay waterline liners, but they transfer down. They do not transfer down. Urban Decay waterline liners that are actually waterline liners do not transfer down. Put them in my waterline, they will stay all day. What does transfer down if you use it in your waterline is the glide-on liners. And sometimes I will put these in my waterline, so they do transfer down because they give you an accidental smoky eye. Once you get it right, once I get it right, I probably had a ton of people out there going, girl, no, they do not transfer down. The waterline liners, I loved them then, and I still love them, but they don't transfer down, y'all. That was misinformation. The Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This was in a drugstore haul, and I did not really like it. I thought it was chunky. Now, this color was very light. This could almost be an under-eye powder. It's so light. And I was a little darker then, even though I wear sunscreen. And now that I've lightened up, I love this. And the reason I pulled it out was because I saw this on Glitzy Fritzy, Mary's channel. And I also saw this on Alejandra Rico's channel. I've heard about this twice in the past week. So I got it out, and now that I'm a little bit more fair, I love this. Now, I don't know if it's finely milled or chunky or what it is, but it's got a nice cover. I find it pretty blurring. It's a heavier cover, like my Cody, my beloved Cody. I fell in love with this powder so much that I pulled it out and put it in my drawer to keep using it. I love this. Okay, hyaluronic acid. If you look back through my first videos, I loved the timeless serums. It could have been anything, but those were my serums of choice. Well, when I was using them, I was getting so dry, and I thought, okay, well, people that get on tretinoin get dry. I also had started Abaji about that time, so I had a lot of new that was kind of coming at me all at once. Didn't really know what it was. One day I was looking in the mirror, and my eyelids were so crepey. I'd never had a problem with crepey eyelids before, and it was just sudden. It was like overnight. Thought, well, maybe I'm taking my tretinoin down too far because I was bringing it below my eyebrows. So I took my tretinoin up, and then about that time, Jennifer Jenkins put out a video. It was over several products, but one of the products she was talking about in there was hyaluronic acid. And she said some people can't use hyaluronic acid because what hyaluronic acid does is it pulls moisture in from the air at a really high rate. Well, if it can't get from the air, it will pull it from your skin. Well, I'd heard that before and just kind of been like, can't be that strong. It's over the counter. Well, when she said that, I thought, I wonder if that could actually be happening. I mean, I live in the desert, so that would make sense. So I got off the hyaluronic acid to test it out, and slowly but surely my skin came back to normal. The crepiness started leaving my eyelids. I'm going to try to link that video down below. If I can't find it, I will at least link her channel because that seriously helped me so much. Maybe there's some way I can use it, but just hyaluronic acid, I can't use it. So by necessity, that is a product I definitely changed my mind about, y'all, and I'm real sad about it. Anyway, I think that that's all I have for y'all. Y'all go visit Penn and Dawn. If by some chance you don't know them, hurry over there because y'all are going to fall in love with them. You will be looking for them on your wall. If you enjoyed this video, if you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.